Imagine having the power to defy time, not just to slow down aging, but to reverse it. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if I told you there's a man spending millions every year to do exactly that? Meet Bryan Johnson, a tech entrepreneur who made his fortune selling his company to eBay. Isn't just trying to live longer. He's on a radical mission to become the youngest human alive, biologically speaking. With a team of 30 doctors and scientists and an annual investment of over $2 million, he's turned his life into a real-time science experiment. But what exactly is he doing? And is it working? Welcome back to Longevity Blueprint. I am Katie, and in this video, we'll dive into Bryan Johnson's extreme daily routine, uncover the science behind his most controversial practices, and find out whether the Blueprint Project is the key to immortality or just an eccentric obsession. Stay tuned, because what you're about to see may completely change your perception of aging. You might be wondering, who is Bryan Johnson and what is Project Blueprint? Bryan Johnson isn't a traditional scientist, but his approach is relentlessly data-driven. After years of stress and burnout led to major health issues, he decided to dedicate his life to reversing the biological clock. And that's how Project Blueprint was born. Blueprint is an extreme longevity protocol based on science and metrics. Its goal? To optimize every single organ in Bryan's body to its youngest, most functional state. It's not about living forever. It's about living as long as possible with maximum health and vitality. The premise is simple. If you can measure it, you can optimize it. Bryan's team tracks hundreds of biomarkers, from his epigenetic age to arterial health and telomere length. His goal? To have the heart of a 37-year-old, the skin of a 28-year-old, and the lung capacity of an 18-year-old. And the early results are jaw-dropping. He's already shaved years off his biological age. Bryan Johnson's life is a symphony of precision. He wakes up at 5 a.m., swallows dozens of supplements, follows a strict plant-based diet of exactly 1,977 calories per day, and trains like an elite athlete. Every meal is calculated, every movement tracked, every hour of sleep optimized. His diet consists of whole foods, lots of vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Breakfast, nutty pudding. Lunch and dinner, super veggie. No sugar, no alcohol, no processed foods. Consistency is king. Exercise is non-negotiable. He combines strength training, cardio, and flexibility work, all guided by performance and recovery data. But it doesn't stop there. He uses cutting-edge tech to monitor his sleep, body temperature, heart rate variability, and even his nocturnal erections. Yes, you heard that right. It's a key marker for vascular health. Science can be awkward sometimes, but hey, it works. And the list goes on. Laser therapies, plasma injections, advanced imaging, and even plasma transfusions from his teenage son. Yep, you heard that too. Bryan is leaving no stone unturned, no matter how controversial. But what is exactly the science behind the madness? As extreme as this sounds, Bryan Johnson's routine is rooted in longevity science. He's targeting the hallmarks of aging, the biological processes that drive decline. For example, calorie restriction and intermittent fasting aim to activate pathways like AMPK and sirtuins, boosting autophagy and cellular repair. Strength training fights sarcopenia and supports mitochondrial health. His supplements are designed to optimize key biomarkers like NAD+ and creatine. His results, though based on a single individual, are astonishing. Bryan claims to have reduced his biological age by over 5 years, with organs functioning like those of someone decades younger. His heart, lungs, skin, even his sexual health show measurable rejuvenation. But let's be clear, many of these interventions are still experimental and not accessible or advisable for the general public. Longevity science is complex, and what works for one highly monitored biohacker may not work for everyone. Project Blueprint isn't without controversy. Some call it longevity for the rich, inaccessible and unsustainable. Others raise ethical concerns about interventions like plasma transfusions. There's also the quality of life question. Is it worth giving up culinary pleasures and spontaneity to add a few extra years or decades? Bryan argues that true freedom is being free from disease and decline. Regardless of your opinion, Bryan Johnson is pushing the conversation forward. He's showing us what's possible when science, technology, and obsession collide. Blueprint may just be a glimpse into the future of personalized medicine and the quest for immortality. Now, let's get real for a second. Most of us don't have $2 million a year, a private medical team, or a futuristic lab in our basement. So, what can you take away from Bryan Johnson's blueprint without breaking the bank? Here are 3 science-backed strategies you can start applying today. 1. Nutrition matters more than you think. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense foods. Reduce ultra-processed junk. Consistency beats perfection. 2. Move like your life depends on it, because it does. Strength training and regular cardio literally slow aging at the cellular level. 3. Prioritize sleep and stress management. Sleep is your free anti-aging treatment. Chronic stress, it's like hitting fast forward on your biological clock. So before you sell your car to pay for plasma transfusions, start with these basics. They're free, or at least cheaper than a team of scientists living in your guest room. What comes after Bryan Johnson? The future of longevity is accelerating, experts predict. Gene editing with CRISPR to repair aging-related mutations. Senolytic therapies to eliminate zombie cells that speed up aging. AI-powered health optimization for real-time personalized medicine. And yes, cellular reprogramming to reverse age at its root. These breakthroughs could hit clinical practice within a decade. Until then, your best blueprint is mastering the basics: nutrition, movement, sleep, and mindset. Finally, Bryan Johnson's journey reminds us, longevity isn't just about adding years to life. It's about adding life to years, while most of us won't have. 30 scientists or millions of dollars, the core principles. Optimized diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management are within reach for everyone. The science of longevity is moving fast. What seems radical today may be mainstream tomorrow. The most important step? Start now. Small, consistent actions can change your future. Tell us in the comments, would you do this to live longer? If you enjoyed this deep dive into Bryan Johnson and the science of aging, hit like, share with friends, and subscribe for more cutting-edge content on living longer and better. Thank you for watching.